Hello everyone, and welcome to my Duel Today official news channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Salem Police Department, lobby. Harris informs Rafe that Leo made a deal and Dimitri arrived. They then talk about how the drug evidence they had left in the evidence room vanished. Both of them believe it was an inside job. Rafe questions whether Harris' lost keys had anything to do with it. Salem Police Department, questioning room. EJ is taken aback when Dimitri shows up to appoint Leo. EJ quickly shatters Leo's agreement and declares he will be prosecuting them both. With skillful use of legalese, Dimitri proves that he attended law school and has some understanding of the subject. He asserts that the contract that EJ and Leo signed is enforceable. EJ receives encouragement from Dimitri to grab his offer and win. Rafe releases Leo and shackles Dimitri. After taking a call, Rafe bids them farewell. Leo claims to be in shock at the sacrifice his sweetheart is making. Explaining that he nearly didn't, Dimitri fills him in on Jackie Cox's offer. He claims that because Leo was first prepared to give himself up, he is now giving himself up. Leo continues to worry that they'll be in Statesville together. Dimitri is positive that won't occur because the baby of EJ and Nicole is still alive. University Hospital, Office of Kayla. Eric shows up with the DNA findings. Nicole believes Sloane's claim that she didn't give her consent is evidence that the baby without a name is hers. When Nicole and Sloane see the findings, they are both shocked to learn that they are not matched. Kayla returns at that moment, and Eric gives her an update on the outcome. Kayla adds that since they couldn't extract Nicole's DNA from the toothbrush, they had to utilize a sample of EJ's DNA from earlier genetic tests. Eric runs after Nicole as she freaks out. In the bistro, Stefan and Ava talk about their bad relationship with Clyde. Stefan believes that killing him is the only practical solution. Stefan proposes that they take him out using Ivan, who is still in Statesville. Ava isn't sure if any aspect of the strategy makes sense. To protect their loved ones, she believes they should stick to the rules. Stefan doubles down, and while Ava accepts, she believes they should come up with a stronger strategy to get rid of him. Harris shows up at that exact moment. They give him an update on Stefan purchasing the restaurant and Ava managing it day to day. After Stefan leaves, Harris informs Ava about the missing evidence. He wants to know whether she can recall what he did with his keys before they vanished. Demira Mansion, living room. EJ meets Nicole there and gives her an update on Leo and Dimitri. She describes what transpired with the DNA test earlier, seeming less than thrilled. Despite EJ's best efforts, Nicole remains unconsolable. Eric and Sloane's digs. Eric has left Sloane fuming because he tested their baby's DNA without telling her. She goes all in and asks Eric if she may kidnap a child. He claims that up until her panic attack over the test results, he hadn't. At that moment, the infant awakens, and Sloane realizes she had to see how Leo and Dimitri are doing. When she phones, Rafe gives her the most recent updates. Upon his return, Eric expresses regret about the DNA test. After receiving a heartfelt apology from Sloane, they decide to start working on a baby name. According to Ava, she has no idea what Harris did with his keys. He fears that anyone might have taken them. Ava changes the subject and suggests they go on their first date in an attempt to distract him from everything. Stefan asks Vivian for assistance. Eric and Sloane discuss baby names. They argue over Eric Jr., but Eric says his uncle Eric was a horrible guy, so they end up not talking. Given that Street Jude is the patron saint of lost causes, he suggests Jude. They concur. Leo starts yelling that the baby is alive, to which Dimitri tells him to shut up. At that moment, Rafe shows up to take Dimitri away and leaving Leo to consider his next course of action. Nicole tells EJ that although she is happy to have Holly, she also has feelings for their child. EJ concurs, having had the same connection. As Nicole had a flashback to giving birth, EJ advises her to go upstairs and lie down. They decide to go upstairs. Relationship drama. It appears Stephanie has taken a stand with Chad as she returns to Steve and Kayla's with suitcases in hand. Meanwhile, we get a flash of the engagement photo with Jada and Everett. DNA test. Sloane is stunned to learn Nicole and Eric have tested her baby's DNA to see if he is actually Nicole's. Dimitri tells Leo that Nicole's baby is still alive. Was that Jackie Cox talking to Dimitri? The DNA results are in, and Nicole is smugly certain they will reveal Eric and Sloane's adopted baby to be hers. Roach Motel. Given that Leo is prepared to surrender himself in order to save him, Dimitri feels that he truly loves him. Darius Rose, also known as Jackie Cox, answers the door at that same moment. He claims to be Dimitri's means of escape. Darius claims to have seen them on Halloween near Horton Square. He was in the city to find Leo and turn him in for the cash reward. Dimitri is informed by Darius about his turbulent union with Leo. He claims Leo will move on after Dimitri is sent to prison. In order to liberate Dimitri, he offers to transport him to Canada. Darius promises to smuggle him across the border while dressed as Diane Von Fabulous. He continues by saying that Leo is deserving of everything. Darius is unimpressed when Dimitri tries to express to him how much he and Leo love one another. Sloane texts Dimitri to let him know that EJ accepted the proposal. Darius tries to persuade him to accompany him to Canada, and that Leo isn't worth anything. Interrogation room at Salem Police Department. Sloane informs EJ that Dimitri will turn himself in order to save Leo. EJ and Sloane square off as she tries to persuade him that Dimitri is the big fish he should be pursuing. Sloane says he's not going to charge the big fish with murder, even though he wants to. It's okay for Dimitri to admit to a lower included charge. EJ agrees to draft the paperwork when she prods him to accept the victory. Leo accepts the good news when Sloane comes back, but he states he doesn't want the agreement. The idea of Dimitri going to prison is too much for him to bear. After that, Leo has a vocal panic attack, but Sloane consoles him and reminds him of what Dimitri will do for love. Sloane tells Leo to shut up and accept the bargain, but Leo is still hesitant to agree to it. Just before Eric calls to discuss the upcoming DNA test, Leo accepts the arrangement. After hanging up, Sloane assures Leo that everything is well and that she must immediately handle her own issue. Tater Tote does his hardest to postpone Channel's comeback to the Brady pub in Horton Square. He tap dances rapidly while declaring his desire to work at Sweet Bits in order to supplement his income. Channel turns to go, not really caring what he does with his salary. Once more, Tate stops her and asks her to teach him something. Impatient, Channel replies that if she hires him, they'll evaluate everything once he completes the application. Tate texts Holly shortly as Channel leaves. Brady Pub. After talking about Nicole's impending DNA test, Johnny and Holly return to the friendship bracelet. Johnny claims he wants to discuss something with Holly that Channel isn't allowed to know about. As Johnny tells Holly that he would like to commemorate his previous wedding anniversary with Channel, Holly chooses to disregard Tate's text. He asks Holly to assist him in organizing the event. Though not exactly happy, she concurs. Channel reappears as Holly touches Johnny's hand, explaining what transpired with Tate. Channel talks to Holly about her affection on Johnny after Allie gives Johnny a call. Holly laughs at this, calling it stupid. Channel goes on to imply that Johnny is taken, too old for her, and perhaps connected. Holly plays it off by claiming to be infatuated with Tate. She's a bit of an old soul. Channel accepts Holly's justification for her infatuation with Tate. Channel says they were just chatting about him when he suddenly reappears. Holly speaks aloud why Brady prevents the two of them from being together. Johnny suddenly reappears and inquires as to what they are talking about. Exam room at University Hospital. Nicole and Eric are waiting for the results of the baby's anonymous DNA test. She has an epiphany that if the child is hers, Eric will forfeit another chance to become a father. According to Eric, there won't be any changes brought about by the DNA test. Eric suggests Nicole's mind might be playing tricks on her, and Nicole gets annoyed. She is adamant about knowing her own child. Moreover, Eric never spoke to her child. Nicole informs him of all the far-fetched absurdities that have happened in Salem throughout the years and claims that Sloan most likely stole the baby. They agree to wait for the results after becoming heated. When EJ brings the paperwork back, Leo signs right away. When Dimitri gets there, he says he's free to leave. That's when he walks in. Darius leaves the Roach Motel after changing into Jackie Cox. Holly explains to Johnny why she can't be with Tate and about her crush on him. Tate corrects her, telling her that it doesn't matter what his father thinks. Tate suggests they can be together as he sits down next to Holly. Thanks for watching if you like this video. So please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.